Jenny. You from Northern Ireland? Yeah, I've been sharing Sky. Goof, Karma. Hello, Karma. Okay. I got you. I got you. Good. I thought that's what you meant. Goof. Let me get this spread up. So, it's the Akashic spread. So it tells you who you were, who you could have been, what is hidden, what is our truth, how they can thrive, and how they can serve. So this should be interesting. So we're going to start off with Big King C. So there's 6 cards. So who we were is 1. Who we could be is 2. What is hidden? What is our truth? How we can thrive. Move these around a bit. And how we can serve. Okay, so who was the king in a past life? This is actually quite interesting. I don't believe I've done. Have I published the King Charles past life stuff yet? Because from a past life, King Charles potentially went a bit too far, went a little bit further than he technically should have gone. An executioner is a one way of saying it, but somebody who used executioners a lot is another. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I do believe we reincarnate into similar families. Yeah, off with their heads. Spoiler. All right. So his son gets called Henry VIII. But King Charles was Henry VIII. The second card's who we could be. The Queen of Swords. They don't want to mess with Charlie boy. In his next life, in his next incarnation, King Charles is going to come back in the royal line. I believe he will be in the royal line. And King Charles is going to come back as a female, a no nonsense. Think Princess Anne, but more like ruthless. Princess Anne with like body armor on, and like, yeah, he will come back as the Queen of England in his future lives. What is hidden from him? He feels like he's in a gilded cage, right? This is what is hidden from him. He doesn't really appreciate how truly free he is. He thinks that he is locked away in a kind of palaces and like he's living in a goldfish bowl life, in a sense. And I feel like that is part of who he is. He really feels that. But he actually has more freedom than he knows. And if that kind of truth is hidden from him, I think he's just, he doesn't kind of get that. What is our truth? The Chariot. The Chariot in reverse. Now, listen. He would say, when the Chariot is upright, it's freedom and all this kind of stuff. So he believes he is restrained. He believes he is cooped up and like in some ways in a kind of prison, in a sense. Like he doesn't believe he has freedom, but in a sense we all have freedom and we all don't, in lots of different ways. How can he thrive? The Four of Cups. He needs to be more of an optimist. I feel like King Charles is very much a pessimist. And this is part of his nature. He feels like something has been took from him. But the truth is, he has more freedom than any other person in a sense. I know it must be difficult, but I don't think he realizes that. And how we can serve. Essence, the Knight of Swords is in reverse. How we can serve, and I hate to make this about the Harkles, is ensure that the Harkles IPP is taken away. I know that sounds a really weird thing to come out in a reading. The Knight of Swords in reverse. It's to ensure that their security is taken away, and also to big up the armed services and the uniform services as well, and the security services. And I think he does a lot of stuff with the security services anyway, but let's have a look at William. So, one is who we were. Two is who we are going to be. Three is what is hidden. Four is what is our truth. 5 is how we can thrive. And 6 is how we can serve. So we're starting off with 1, who we were. You ready? Queen of Cups. William is Diana's boy. And I know Diana was William's mother. But he carries within him an energy imprint that came from Diana. And I feel William has lived two lives. He lived the life before and after his mum passed. So in William's mind, there's a definite cut-off point when everything changed. You know how like we all have like 9/11 as like everything was the 90s, and then 9/11 happened and everything was just, I feel like William is like that with Diana. So he kind of is living, he has a cut-off point. And I feel like he has carried her essence with him, for sure. In his next incarnation, in his next life, and I do believe that we have incarnations within the same family, he is going to be almost like a soldier. He could well be a soldier. And he is going to be on the defensive and protecting his people, his family maybe. But I feel like part of his life, in this life, he really wanted to be part of the military. What is hidden? That's interesting. So how we work and how we work together and how people kind of get on with each other. Harmonious. The ease of doing things. There has to be an easier way for William to do things. I don't think he likes all of the bureaucracy. I don't think he likes all of the papers and the experts, and he just wants to get to A to B without having to go A, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A9, A10, and then B, 13, 14, 15, oh, and B. You know, I feel like he thinks things could be done in a completely different way. What is our truth? He's going to be king. He is going to be king. I don't really need to say any more on that. Sometimes the cards are just like, boom, he's going to be king. How can we thrive? He's not going to like this. I don't think he's going to like it at this minute. But being more open. I think he's very wary of opening that door that his mother opened. And that whole Martin Bashir thing. But William is got Prince Philip's brain. And I'm not saying Diana doesn't, but Philip was emotional. Well, sorry, William is emotional, but he's also highly intelligent. So he needs to kind of let people in a little bit. I'm not saying sit down and do an interview of Piers Morgan or anything like that. but he is wound so tightly that maybe he sees everything as a threat when it isn't. And I mean, who can blame him? Patience, how he can serve patience, watch things grow, become more easygoing. He needs to have what King Charles has got, which is a sense of patience. I don't think William is impatient. I don't think William is hostile or anything like that. But he is thinking, I need this, I need that, I need this. And I feel like ever since Catherine has been ill, that he's taken on more and more stress, and he is trying to control things. And I feel like it is a difficult place for him to be, because he wants to protect Catherine and the kids, and I completely get that. But it also triggers the memories of what happened to Diana in him. And it's almost like it's PTSD. So he wants to kind of like put bigger walls up. This has made him more protective and put bigger and bigger walls up, when I get that. I completely get that, and I respect that. But things will come out in the wash. I think things will come out in the wash. And the Seven of Pentacles there, you've just got to take it easy. Take it a lot easier. Now, let me grab a glass of water, a drink of water, before I go on. These are they're just like rider weight, but like gold rider weight ones. Paula, hello Paula, by the way. Das ist was they are. Let's do Catherine. Before we go on to Smegan and Gary or whatever they're called. Let's do Catherine's Akashic records. Is this different for you all? I like, it's nice just to do something a little bit different. This isn't not too way out, is it? Says a tarot channel. Hey, Pamela. You like it? Twit and twang. I don't think I've done Catherine's. I don't think I've done Catherine's past lives yet. Fully recorded it. Okay, so we're going to start off with who they were, who Catherine was, who they could be in their next life, what is hidden, what is the truth, how they can thrive, and how can they serve? I've got the hiccups. Okay, who we were. The Eight of Cups in reverse. In a past life, Catherine wanted to walk away, but she stayed because of Judy. this is very interesting because I get her in Avalon when I do the past lives, and she is wearing this kind of hooded cloak. That is interesting to me. Who is she going to be in the next past life? Six of crystals, the Six of Pentacles, give and take. So she's gonna do something very, a little bit more. She's probably going to be still within the same family, but she is going to come back, and I feel like her and William are going to incarnate again into the same family. I feel like Catherine is going to be the member of the family, if you will, and William is going to marry into the family through Catherine, which is really interesting. And I feel because Catherine is going to be like a very generous, continuing the work. So I feel like, oof, in 100 years' time, possibly more, in 150 years' time, they will be back on this earth and reincarnated. What is hidden from Catherine? Justice. Okay. She puts up with a lot. She puts up with a hell of a lot. In this past life, she's wanted to walk away. She's wanted to move away. But she stayed. And in the next life, you have got this kind of benevolence where she is giving and taking this. Usually the Six of Pentacles, it's somebody who is giving alms to the poor, like a rich person giving money to the poor. But we also have the card of justice. She feels like, and I feel like with these lives as well, she's had issues within not finding her voice, I would say. But when there's like things that are happening now, there's all of these lies about Catherine. And she genuinely doesn't want to start suing people left, right, and center. But she would like some restorative justice. She does want justice. What is her truth? The Nine of Cups. She is happy. She enjoys it. She feels since the coronation, she knows what she's meant to be doing. She knows where she's going. She's actually quite happy and content with her life. How can we thrive? The Fool. Taking more risks. And how can we serve? The Ten of Cups. In reverse. You are looking at Catherine doing more with broken families. You're going to see her being more involved in with what like Camilla's involved in with families that are going through different issues, families that are potentially going through like the prison system, families that have got issues with domestic issues like domestic violence. You're going to see her really lean in more on the earlier stuff, definitely. Definitely. Now let me clear this off. So nothing massively surprising, to be fair, but still interesting. these are like a different type of spread. So let me put these away before we bring out the harkles.